Important is that we want to bring also more, let's say, political, social involvement in this city, because we think is at the moment very apolitical and still don't have push. So we are very glad that you come, that you can say something about your experience and what can also after this meeting stay here in Maribor, that we can do for the longer term process here. And we want also to make more stronger connections with them, but not only to Ljubljana, also in the transnational space, which will be beyond of the national borders, beyond of the border regime and everything what is tying us together in this era of very strong nationalism and religious identities.
Maribor is part of, with the Euro May Day, of precarious migrants against workfare and borders that takes place every year since 2005. Also Ljubljana has been part of that since its foundation in the University of Middlesex during the Beyond the European Social Forum in London in October 2005.
How PGA came out as an offshoot of the Zapatista insurrection in the 1994 and after, like the Kunders and stuff. Yeah, you can speak about this, and also I can speak about maybe a bit what happened in France, like shortly, like 5 minutes or something, 3 minutes, and about the Balkan Decentralized Network. I want to focus more about this because the most of us, we are from Balkans, and I think that's also important point for discussion.
And this is where what is happening inside the PGA network right now, the Balkans network. It's like the focal point of the PGA dynamics at the moment. PGA.
Okay, so well, PGA started. Well, the idea was born at the second Intercontinental Gathering for Humanity against Neoliberalism, which took place in Spain in '97. The first one had taken place in Chiapas in '96, and came out with a kind of declaration about the intention to create a network. But there was no time to really define what that network would be about or how it would work, so that's why a second gathering was called for in Spain.
Things happen with different kind of movements in Europe. PGA, okay, was smaller than other continents, but it was a dynamic of people that more or less it was based in autonomous spaces or based like in autonomous and anarchist collectives in Europe, that they wanted like to have also strong connections, and they wanted like to develop a kind of space in Europe that they can contact each other and also be in solidarity, sharing skills, etc. I think one of the things that the previous people didn't say about PGA, that the most important thing to understand and recognize PGA is that it's a tool for coordination. It's not an organization at all. I mean, it's not a platform. It's only the 5 hallmarks and some people that they meet regularly or in smaller meetings or bigger meetings. And a collective is in Europe, the conveners, for example, is collectives that they are responsible, like you, for example, now, to offer space and coordinate the infrastructure, and people like to get to know each other, speak about the several projects, and go on. That's PGA. I mean, I think if you want to discuss
People's
more
Global
about
Action. It stands for People's Global Action. Yeah, I don't know. People's Global Action.
taken by
in
by local
Germany,
collectives.
what he was saying, it was the Dissent Network. I don't know if you
But
one of
do
the
you plan
major
to
networks
transform
against
it into a people global army?
So, and I mean, the situation in Europe, I mean, with the PGA, more or less it was no way out for a long time, and we didn't find any solutions, for example, for the next PGA conference in Greece that is going to take place with only few activists like to involve with the preparation of this. But in the same time we have some shock of hope, or I mean some light in the tunnel. Finally, like for example the Balkan process, that's why I'm mostly here, like to speak about Balkans and see what's going on with this kind of thing. And it's the first time of the PGA process, something who never happened in Belgrade, for example, but it's happening now, that PGA has really strong connections with countries like Bulgaria, like Romania, like Slovenia, like Greece, of course. And I think we have a lot of opportunities like to develop new projects, new networks, new ideas and new tools for exchange and sharing skills. I think it was a really positive meeting, and people from Bulgaria or from all of these countries came, and we discussed every possibility and how we can develop this network. At the moment we are here for the same reason, but I mean some steps already done. For example, we have this kind of Balkan website, we have the PGA Balkan mailing list, and we have other several tools, like also we take contacts, and most of the times we contact like daily, like some of us, and I think that's really great as well and really positive. Okay, the aim of the network, I mean also I want to speak about why. I mean okay, networking is good, but networking for networking, it's something unconcrete and nobody understands. For example, in India, they wanted like networking with Europe because they wanted to make their struggle visible. It's the same with Balkans.
Internationalism or
That's not limited to different matters, different cultures.
But multiculturalism is used today mainly as a tool for big companies mostly, or the people who hold the money to control all kinds of different people. If you want to make one huge country where the universal rule will apply, then you have to make it somehow to clean the borders. Let's say not borders on the map, but borders in the head. And if you pronounce it like a multiculturalism as some kind of universal principle, then the people start to think this is okay, which is in fact okay. I don't say it's wrong, but in the sense that they are using it. That's what I say. If they are using it as a tool, they're using it to contrary work against the people with this multiculturalism. This is what I think the most let's say the main problem today is regarding this.
And it's
stuff.
also used as a tool that erupt more nationalism.
Of course.
He's an artist at the same time, and he was playing when he was
They could do that because the police was afraid of the crowd. The police wasn't afraid of the police was afraid of 10,000 people. But actually, most of the time.
Can I say something? What I think, how I understand Maribor's involved in the decentralized Balkan network. First, we have infrastructure in InfoPEKA. It is like InfoPoint, you know. But we want to upgrade it also to be InfoPoint for exchange of materials in the more political.